See, today we have to learn about, just I am repeating the this one, degradation of the purine synthesis. When we think about a degradation of the purine synthesis, this nothing but the adenosine monophosphate is formed, and this adenosine monophosphate is specifically, we can say, can convert into adenosine, that is a sugar moiety, base plus sugar. So this nucleotide, it is AMP, that is adenosine monophosphate. In the presence of nucleotidase, it is nothing but H2O can convert into inorganic phosphate and it is forming adenosine. Then this IMP is also inosine monophosphate. It will have the difference adenosine and inosine. It is having a keto group and then amino group. So this inosine monophosphate can convert into inosine, sugar and base, that is guanosine, and that is in the presence of nucleotidase, and this H2O can convert into inorganic phosphate is relieved, and this GMP is nothing but convert this nucleotide is converted into nucleoside. Now, and this is nothing but, we can say, IMP convert into inosine, guanosine monophosphate convert into guanosine monophosphate convert into guanosine, and adenosine monophosphate can convert into adenosine. Now, very important aspect is what, when we think about adenosine monophosphate, this adenosine monophosphate in presence of deamination reaction, it can convert into inosine monophosphate. So adenosine monophosphate can convert into inosine monophosphate, and in the presence of AMP deaminase, that is a deamination process, and this H2O convert into amino group, particularly we can say amine is replaced by the keto group. So adenosine monophosphate can convert into inosine monophosphate, and adenosine can convert into inosine. So in a further reaction which takes place is nothing but inosine and guanosine will continue the reaction. Adenosine will not continue the reaction. Instead of that, adenosine can convert into inosine with the help of deamination process. So amino group is evolved in the form of ammonia, and that is nothing but the keto group is formed, and that is known as inosine. Now, it is contain the inosine and guanosine. So here in this reaction, adenosine will not plays an important role, only guanosine will plays an important role. Now, this is nothing but, we can say, the structure of guanosine. Here we are having a ribose. Sorry for technical reason, it is nothing but, we can say, network has a weak now, and here it is having O, here it is having a NH2, double bond here, and here it is H. So very important is what, guanosine is present, inosine is present. Now this guanosine and inosine, we have to remove the firstly the one by one the molecule will get detached. So in that phosphate we relieve, first reaction we relieve the phosphate molecule. Now we are relieving the ribose molecule, that will convert ribose, particularly we can say, and ribose, if it is converted to what will form, that is nothing but inosine can form a hypoxanthine. So first of all we will think about the inosine. So this inosine, in the presence of which enzyme, there is nothing but we can say purine nucleoside. This is nothing but a pure nucleoside. It is nucleoside, sugar and base, so it is known to be nucleoside. So purine nucleoside, and that is nothing but phosphate group, and particularly very important, ribose we have to remove, so we require phosphate molecule, so phosphorylase. Why? Because inorganic phosphate will plays an important role in this reaction, and inorganic phosphate come along with the ribose, and there is a release of ribose 1-phosphate. There is a release or evolution of ribose 1-phosphate, because ribose sugar can be relieved with the help of phosphate molecule here. So what will happen? The inosine in the presence of purine nucleoside phosphorylase, this inorganic phosphate can convert into ribose 5-phosphate hypoxanthine. It will convert into hypoxanthine. Inosine can convert into hypoxanthine, and this hypoxanthine structure is what? It will not having a ribose. Instead of that ribose, it will have the hydrogen, and that is nothing but a structure which will as it is same here. Instead of N ribose here, it is having a H. Here it is double bond, here it is double bond, here it is double bond, here it is nothing but we can say it does not having anything, but here we have the oxygen and here it is nothing but H. So here ribose will absent and this hypoxanthine is nothing but form. The hypoxanthine, and difference in between the inosine and hypoxanthine is what? It will relieve the ribose molecule, and the ribose will go with the help of what? With the help of inorganic phosphate molecule. And purine nucleoside phosphorylase is nothing but form. Purine nucleoside phosphorylase is nothing but form. So this is nothing but we can say when we think of availability of the inorganic phosphate that will convert into ribose 5-phosphate, and that is nothing but we can able to get hypoxanthine as a molecule. Now this hypoxanthine will have the keto group here, and uric acid, I told you uric acid we want the keto group here and here, that is nothing but at the second position and at the 8th position we should have a keto group. So that is nothing but uric acid we have to convert. Now think about the guanosine here. So guanosine also go the phosphorylation. So that is nothing but we can say with the help of purine nucleoside phosphorylase. Purine nucleotide phosphorylase, and in this what will be same, inorganic phosphate can convert into ribose 1-phosphate. So inorganic guanosine convert into, particularly we can say again convert into, here the we are removing the ribose, so it is forming a guanine. It is forming a guanine. Guanine structure will form. Guanine structure will not having this ribose, it will have the only hydrogen over here. So what will form? Again same as it is. Here it will be H, the remaining will be as it is. Amino group will be present, and here it is nothing but the oxygen will be there. And now this is known as a guanine. So what is the difference in between this? Ribose will be not available in this, ribose will be not available here in guanine. So in the both reaction, what is happening? In both reaction, inosine and guanosine in the presence of purine nucleotide phosphorylase, in the presence of purine nucleoside phosphorylase. Able to see the both. It will give the purine nucleoside phosphorylase. That is nothing but we can say it is forming a structure purine nucleoside phosphorylase, and that is nothing but we will get a molecule like this. Now see guanosine, you got the particularly both the product hypoxanthine and we got the guanine here. Now this hypoxanthine is formed and here it is a guanine is formed. So this hypoxanthine will undergo the very important aspect, that is nothing but it will go to in the presence of one enzyme xanthine oxidase. See, this is nothing but a rate limiting one. Xanthine oxidase is a rate limiting one amino acid which has been present. Xanthine oxidase is a rate limiting amino acid, rate limiting enzyme which is present here. So when we think about the xanthine oxidase, it is been very important for the purine degradation or purine metabolism. So what will happen in this reaction? We got the hypoxanthine and we are having a xanthine oxidase, and along with that there is playing an important role is nothing but we can say addition of water molecule and addition of O2 molecule. It will transfer the one oxygen from the water and it is forming a H2O2. It is forming a H2O2. So what is happening in this? Hypoxanthine in the presence of xanthine oxidase in the presence of H2O and O2, it is forming a H2O2. And this the hypoxanthine is a structure which has been converted into the remaining one xanthine. Hypoxanthine can convert into xanthine. And what will be the structure? How you can remember the structure of xanthine? Simple. Hypoxanthine, it will have the next oxygen here and double bond will be went off. That is nothing but double bond will be absent in this reaction. So N, here it is N, then here it is N, here it is N, here it is H, here it is double bond as it is, and then here also it is having a double bond as it is, but here it will be having an oxygen group, here it will be having an oxygen group, here it is NH, here it is NH, because the double bond will be converted. So what will happen, this hypoxanthine in the presence of xanthine oxidase, it will convert into xanthine. Hypoxanthine, this problem is occurring. Okay, so technical problem is coming, sorry for it. So what will happen, hypoxanthine will convert into a particularly xanthine. So inosine it convert into hypoxanthine, hypoxanthine convert into xanthine. What is the difference? Oxygen, oxygen here it is present. Then further guanine also we got here. So guanine is a difference of amino and here is a keto. So what will happen, this particularly guanine in the presence of guanase, this will convert deamination reaction. The H2O is required and ammonia will be evolved, and this guanine can convert into xanthine. Guanine can convert into xanthine, and that is nothing but we can say we are coming at the end point of these reactions. So guanosine in the presence of purine nucleoside phosphorylase, and inorganic phosphate relieve the ribose 1 phosphate and forming a guanine. Here inosine and nothing but we can say convert into hypoxanthine in the presence of purine nucleoside phosphorylase, and inorganic phosphate convert ribose 1 phosphate. This hypoxanthine further in the presence of xanthine oxidase, it is nothing but forming a xanthine, and again this xanthine again go for the oxidation in the presence of same enzyme xanthine oxidase. In the presence of xanthine oxidase, this is nothing but same requirement is there, H2O plus O2, and that is nothing but giving H2O2, and this is nothing but it will gives here as a double bond O, that is keto group. So what is forming here, the structure N, here it is N double bond O, here it is N, here it is N, here it is double bond O, here it is double bond O, here it is NH, here it is nothing but we can say NH is there, here double bond as it is, here it is NH, and here it is NH. So this is nothing but we got the final product, that is uric acid. So the metabolism of purine or degradation of purine plays an important role here. So just I am revising so that you can able to get it here easily. In the first reaction, the adenosine monophosphate, here we have to see adenosine monophosphate. This adenosine monophosphate convert into adenosine in the presence of nucleotidase, and H2O convert into inorganic phosphate molecule to form a adenosine. Then in second reaction, IMP, that is inosine monophosphate, can in the presence of nucleotidase, it is converted into inosine, that is a sugar moiety. H2 is nothing but inorganic phosphate is released, and it will have the ribose sugar and base. So base and sugar is nothing but known as a nucleoside. Then the further third one reaction, in that also we got a guanosine monophosphate. This guanosine monophosphate in the presence of nucleotidase, it is converted into guanosine, and that is nothing but H2O converted into PI, inorganic phosphate is relieved, and that is ribose sugar. So guanosine is formed, inosine is formed, and adenosine is formed. So but this adenosine monophosphate and adenosine, these two can be converted into inosine and IMP respectively. So adenosine monophosphate can convert into IMP, and adenosine can convert into inosine. In the presence of which enzyme? Adenosine monophosphate deaminase. Adenosine monophosphate deaminase, and here adenosine deaminase. So that both reaction, this AMP can convert into IMP and adenosine can convert into inosine. So further in the reaction takes place with the help of inosine and with the help of guanosine. So here the inosine is having this inosine structure, and here it is a guanosine structure. Difference in the structure is nothing but here it is a keto group 6th position and second position amino group. Here only the keto group at the 6th position. So inosine is nothing but we can say, and guanosine we got. Next reaction in the presence of purine nucleoside phosphorylase. in the presence of purine nucleoside phosphorylase. So what will happen? This inosine in the presence of purine nucleoside phosphorylase, this will go form of hypoxanthine. And here we have to remove this ribose. That is very important. We are removing. So ribose we are removing. Instead of ribose, it will have the hydrogen. So purine nucleoside phosphorylase and this inorganic phosphate convert to ribose 1 phosphate, and it is forming a hypoxanthine. It is forming a hypoxanthine. Further, this hypoxanthine in the presence of xanthine oxidase, this hypoxanthine is formed, and in the presence of which enzyme? Purine nucleoside phosphorylase. And inorganic phosphate convert to ribose 1 phosphate is evolved, and hypoxanthine is formed. It will not having a ribose sugar. Same is happening with the guanosine also. So guanosine is nothing but we can say this guanosine converted into guanine in the presence of same enzyme purine nucleoside phosphorylase, and inorganic phosphate converted to ribose 1 phosphate. Inorganic phosphate converted into ribose 1 phosphate, and that is forming a guanine structure. So guanosine can convert into guanine, and this nothing but we can say this guanine. And whereas hypoxanthine is formed in inosine, this hypoxanthine in the presence of, see, this is this way important, this one enzyme is very important. So what will happen? This hypoxanthine in the presence of hypoxanthine oxidase, hypoxanthine in the presence of xanthine oxidase, it will convert into xanthine. What is the difference in between these two? Only it will have the keto group at the second carbon. Second carbon double bond will went off, and it is forming a double bond O. And in the presence of H2 and O2, it is converting to H2O2, and O is transferred here to form a xanthine. Now what is happening? This guanine can also convert into, xanthine in the presence of guanase, and this H2O convert into ammonia, and this further forming a xanthine. So xanthine is a second last product of it. So this xanthine further for the uric acid, it should form a here keto group. Oxygen is nothing but attached at the 8th position is here, and that is very important. So xanthine is nothing but further convert into uric acid. Xanthine sorry, further convert into uric acid, and that is nothing but in the presence of which enzyme? Xanthine oxidase. In the presence of xanthine oxidase, H2 is required, O2 is required, and H2O is nothing but convert to form a uric acid. This is happening in the liver. Specifically, this metabolism is happening in the liver, and very important aspects is what, when we think about this product, is nothing but we can say it is very important, is degradation is takes place in the liver specifically, and this H2O2 is formed. This H2O2 is nothing but can be in intestine, it can be neutralized. So because H2O2 is hydrogen peroxide, it can be forming an oxide molecule, and that can be disaster for the cell. So that is H2O2 is also particularly we can say in intestine, it is get neutralized with the enzyme. So here we had studied the metabolism of a purine degradation or metabolism of the purine. Specifically we can say in this the SAR of the this lecture, I can tell you SAR is nothing but we can say AMP, IMP and GMP. This will convert into these are nucleotide, purine nucleotide. So these nucleotide can convert into nucleoside, meaning instead of phosphate will be evolved and nucleoside will form. This nucleoside further convert into hypoxanthine and its respective base, that is guanosine convert into guanine, and inosine convert into hypoxanthine in the presence of enzyme purine nucleoside phosphorylase. Purine nucleotide phosphorylase, and this hypoxanthine further convert to xanthine, and guanine is nothing but converted into xanthine in the presence of guanase enzyme, and again plays an important role xanthine oxidase. So hypoxanthine convert into xanthine, and xanthine convert into uric acid. Xanthine convert to uric acid. This is nothing we can say, we can able to get these as a specifically end product of the purine metabolism. So in exam they can ask you this flow chart, or you can say diagram. So you have to draw the structure. Very easy structures are there. You have to remember how you have to remember is very important. Is what we can remember these three structures. The first is nothing but AMP structure, IMP structure. What is the difference? amino group is 6 position and keto group is 6 position. Here double bond is absent, here the 3 double bond unsaturated ring is there. Then what is the difference between the guanosine monophosphate? It will have the 1 double bond absent, keto group, and in this IMP and GMP you can differentiate easily. It will have only amino group. So what is the difference between the AMP and IMP? EMP is having amino, here it is having keto and double bond is absent. And IMP and GMP, the same structure it is, nothing but we can amino group at the second position. Rest of the structure will be similar. So this is nothing but a clue for your memorizing purpose. Thank you very much for kind listen, and please do if a technical problem arrive, so that is nothing but I will continue with that, and along with that also I will upload the presentations, the PPT slide presentation of these lectures whichever I have taken, that I will upload shortly. Thank you very much.